Hello there. Today we're gonna tie this. This is the Golden Killer, a deadly salmon fly. A fairly simple but really an awesome pattern that I've had the pleasure of using in Russia. Mainly where this fly was simply just out fishing everything else. So this is a nice fly for low water conditions. It's fairly simple. We only need some bucktail in black and yellow, some hackles, a bit of a scent flash, and some jungle cock. So basically, this fly is a pattern that I learned about in Russia, in Sidorovka, one of the rivers on the Kola Peninsula, and before I went to Russia, I had a lot of, I spent a lot of time tying a lot of flies and preparing for the trip and stuff like that. But I ended up fishing with one of these, and I had my first real salmon success on one of these, and I ended up using some hours in the camp making these because they simply just outperformed anything else up there. So if you have low water conditions and stuff like that, then this is a very nice go-to pattern. Basically, I need some bucktail, which is very nice for rougher and a bit more turbulent water, and I need this in two colors. So first, I'm gonna tie down some yellow, and the key here is not to use too many materials. Too much materials is not gonna be good for this fly. So basically, a small bundle of yellow bucktail. Then you add 2 strands of Hedron scent flash in pearl or in opal as part of the wing here, just on top of the yellow. And again, the key is not to overdo anything, to simply do not use too many materials. The guide up there, Sergey, he told me that they have used this fly with success with down to three bucktail hairs in total, 1 yellow and 2 black. So I know that sounds amazing, but when you see this fly out in the water in clear low water conditions, you will see that this is actually true. And all the flies I tied before I went there was simply too bulky in the low clear water. So as soon as I got this fly from Sergey on the second day, I hooked 7 salmons and landed 4 of them in one day, where I've had zero contacts before this took place. So when Sergey gave me this, I started catching fish. Then some black bucktail, a bit longer than the yellow, not much but a bit, like so. And before I finish this, I'm gonna add a bit of super glue to the thread to make sure that everything here stays in place, because bucktail can be a bit tricky to actually to get to be keep tied down. So I add some super glue here to this to make sure that the material stays in place. That was a bit much, so I'm just gonna I have some feathers lying around here. Quite frankly, the table here is a bit of a mess, so I just take some hackles here to remove the leftover super glue. And if you want, this is it. You can stop here, but I like to add a bit more to give this fly a bit more of a classical salmon fly look. So I cut off the black bucktail, like so, and then I'm gonna add a hackle. But this is only gonna be on the underside, so I'm gonna tie this like a fake hackle, which means I take a feather and I fold back the fibers, so I have this here. Then I cut off the tip, like so. I fold everything back up, and then I take off a lot of the fibers here further down hackle stem. So I get kind of this broad V shape here. Then I'm gonna turn the hook over, and I'm gonna tie this on the underside of my double hook with a couple of loose turns of the thread, like so, and then I gently pull, like so, and this gives me a fake hackle that is only on the underside, and you can pull it to the desired length, which I think is about there. And you can see it here. So you have this fake hackle that is just underneath the hook. I'm gonna cut that off, like so. And if you want, again, you can stop here. But I'm gonna add two jungle cock. And because if you have the real stuff, then that's a good option. But it's quite hard to get the real stuff. So I'm using the Pro HD jungle cock for this one, and those are by far the best non-real jungle cock I've ever seen. The trick with these is to simply just mangle them a bit, simply just stretch them out so they're not as stiff. And then I place one on each side of my fly here, like that, and then on the other side as well. So they're the same length. And there you have it. Very, very nice little fly. I know this does not look like much, but trust me, this is a deadly fly, and it's by far the most used flies in many of the Kola Peninsula rivers, and with good reason, because it really is an amazing pattern that really accounts for a lot of the fish caught there. So I'm fortunate enough to go back to Kola this year, and that's why I do this video, because this is gonna be in my box as you see it here. And maybe this exact one, this one I tie right now, maybe this one is the one that gets the job done and lands me that big fresh, feisty, strong salmon. Maybe it's this one. And that's what I like so much about fly tying, because you're sitting around here, around your vise, and you're thinking about all the big fish. And every single time that you finish a fly, I normally take it out of the vise and just spend a second or two just thinking about maybe this thing I just made. Maybe this is the one that will land me that monster. Just add a bit more super glue here to keep everything in place. And it's ready to swim. The golden killer tied on the proper Ahrex. This is an Ahrex golden hook, double hook. This is the way it's supposed to look, and this is the way it's supposed to be. So thank you for tuning in, and as always, if you haven't, then please subscribe, or stay tuned. And stay tuned, there will be a lot more flies from the vise here from me. So this is me signing off. Thank you for watching.